Today we had to mess around with some more, shall we say, technical situations. And we were limited on time because we had different things going on. So, right again, bumping up to when we had to go live, we're doing stuff. So, hopefully we're here. We're here and ready to rock. Here and ready to rock ski. Can you guys all see me now? We're live now. Can you all see it? You can see it, you can hear it, you can hear it, you can see it. Sounds down to the point where I can hear shit. Mercy. Oh my, what is my phone making those sounds? Oh, it's because Ryan is still on the phone with us. Does that sound pretty good out there, Ryan? All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Thanks for tuning in. It's our Friday installment of our show here. Again, we're kind of winging it, but we're having fun in the process, ladies and gentlemen. Elizabeth Holloway says, "Love that Martin." Well, thank you. It is a 00028 reimagined. I have that Fishman Matrix Infinity VT pickup on board. I'm going straight into the Fishman Loudbox Performer, which my vocals are actually going through as well. So we were going to try something new today, but our attempts to do that as far as sequestering the vocals from this amp into something else didn't quite work. Of course, we didn't have a lot of time today for a variety of reasons to figure that out. But the good news is that we are here and we're getting her done. So the microphone you're hearing right now is going into a channel on the Loudbox Performer, and then I'm taking a direct out of the back of that into our converter back here, the Focusrite interface. And then I'm actually plugged my guitar, of course, into the other channel of the Performer, and we have a mic in front of the amp that is capturing that sound, although I'm sure we're getting a little bit of it through this and also from the overheads. So it's a nice little, hopefully it's a nice little bleed. That sounds good. How about a slow acoustic blues? I would love to do that because, quite frankly, my brain is in need of doing a slow acoustic blues. So let's do that, shall we? what we got going on here. Thank you very much. We're glad you're enjoying it. That was a little blues tune. There is a blues similar to that on the record I put out last year called Acoustic Gristle Soup, which had a tune on there called Phineas McCorkindale, I believe. Or Phineas McCracken, depends. These are fictitious names I come up with for bluesmen that never existed, but only in the twilight realm of my own deviant mind, ladies and gentlemen. Throw the Koch some hearts, people. I like that kind of talk, Atom Bomb. Atom bomb, when explosion. When explosion. Atom bomb, when explosion. That didn't sound right. Someone asked yesterday about a version of Rex Charmer, and we could definitely do that for you. Love your acoustic album, Greg. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you. We did a version. There's an electric version of Rex Charmer on a record I did with my old band, the Tone Controls. Greg Koch on the Tone Controls. We did a version of it. There's actually a video of it online on my YouTube channel, which you may be watching from now. And if not, please subscribe to the old Greg Koch music. Can you dig it? Anyway, on there's an electric version of a slightly more plump version of myself playing an ES335, I believe, doing a version of Rex Charmer. And then I did an acoustic version of it on the Acoustic Gristle Soup. And now we'll do a little version of it with just our own selves. See what happens. Todd Goslin says, I've just done some things to my like button that I'm not proud of. And I say, you know what, whatever gets you through the night. Joe Stopka, what's going on out there, Daddy-O? Hope you're doing good too down there in Illinois. Would you do Midnight Blue by Kenny Burrell? Oh, that is a good tune. I knew a few tunes off that record. I don't know if I can recall any. Of course, Chitlins Con Carne I can remember all the time. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to do a little Rex Charmer, I think, right? corner, ladies and gentlemen. Can you dig it? Sounds like a perfect breakfast. Alice, what did I miss? Where's my breakfast? That's a popular chant around the Koch house. Where's my breakfast? Make it your damn self, is what we hear in response. Make it your damn self. Can you dig it? Paul says, has a model guitar made 3% larger to fit this 6'7" frame by a Martin actually small in body size? Woo! Can you dig it? All right, we're going to do, we haven't done this one in a little bit. Another song off the Acoustic Gristle record. This one's a song called Lowell-ish. Not Dadgad yet. No, this is, we're in open G right now. I'll probably be good to engage my handy dandy Fishman tuner just to double the check. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-tweedle. Oh, I like that. It's good for your soul, Dylan. of dying. Right? While I'm in Open J, I always like to do this one tune that actually wrote as a dedication to my mom. My mom was always bugging me to play acoustic guitar. When I was younger, I played acoustic, but I mostly played electric. And she's like, why don't you ever play that acoustic guitar? And I came up with this tune and I recorded it. It's on the Radio Free Gristle record, but I redid it on the acoustic Gristle. Radio Free Gristle, did I say that? Yeah, it was originally on Radio Free Gristle, and while we were recording it, we were actually recording it out at Steve Vai's house at his studio because we did, that record was on Favored Nations, which was his label, and we recorded some of the tracks out there. And while we were mixing it, I had these ideas for these vignettes in between the songs, and in one of this particular song, I thought, wouldn't it be funny? I named it Rosebud because that was my mom's nickname. Thought, wouldn't it be funny if we had my mom yell at me to play my acoustic guitar as like an intro to the song? So I called her up. She picked up the phone and said, hey, Mom, remember how you used to bug me to play my acoustic guitar? She's like, yes. I said, we're recording this record, and I want you to yell at me like you used to back then, and I'll record it. She's like, are we rolling? I said, not yet, Mom. Hold on. So then we got the mic next to the phone, and I said, okay, go. And I was like, Greg, why don't you ever play that acoustic guitar? And so that's on the record. It's quite humorous. So anyway, so this is that particular tune. It's an open G. I gotta see if I remember it. Yeah, now I remember it. Just like that. Can you dig it? A song called Rosebud. For the kids. Again, folks, I'm going into our Loudbox Performer. One channel, I got my guitar going straight in. I've got a Fishman Matrix Infinity VT pickup on this Martin 0028 reimagined guitar. It was factory. The pickup was factory installed. And I'm going into one channel of the Performer with the guitar, and the microphone you're hearing is actually going through that amp as well, and then going out into the converter interface. I guess we're going to call it an interface. And that's what you're hearing currently. Anyways, can you dig it? All right, I'm going to put this guitar down and grab my electric. Now, I started working with Fishman years ago on these Fluence guitar pickups, of which I have a signature set of Tele pickups called Gristle Tone pickups Fishman Fluence Gristle tone pickups, which come stock on my Reverend signature guitar, the Gristle Master. Some people ask, what is this Gristle thing? What is it all about? And if you haven't heard the twisted story, it's stupid, and it really means nothing. Except for years ago, I was causing trouble with some friends after a gig. I remember I played a gig at the Up and Under, and beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And typically after that, in those days, after you get done playing a club gig, you were a little, shall we say, lubricated from the evening's festivities, and you were a little pent up, and you'd go get some late night cuisine. So we used to go over to a place on the east side of Milwaukee called Ma Fisher's and partake in a delicious repast. And I often would get the Greek omelet because I'm a sucker for late night omelets infused with the seasonings of sweet Greece, especially the Euro meat and the feta. Who's with me out there? Identify yourselves. Okay, fair enough. I saw you. Some of the people at my table like to get a little steak and eggs. And throughout the course of this meal, someone had taken the gristle from the steak, and we had gotten into a food fight with some people, and there was some food fight going on. We were asked to leave the establishment. And upon leaving, I remember somehow the piece of gristle ended up dangling from the Oriental Theater sign, and for some reason it was a source of great wonder and delight. And I remember saying, "Pound the gristle." And I don't know why we said "pound the gristle," but from there on in, every time we would refer to going on stage or any variety of acts that you might perform with great vigor, we would say, "Let us go pound the gristle." And then it just took on a life of its own. And I used to say, gristle, where there's fat, there's flavor. And fat with the PH, if you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, it kind of went from there. That's where the gristle thing comes from. Gristle, gristle, gristle. Anyways, these pickups were the first ones we voiced. These are the single width pickups. You'll find them good for Stratocastering. Stratocasting. Yeah, oh, that's better. Ryan, I hope the source of sound is delicious. Can you dig it? Keith asks, is this a Mary Kay Strat? It is not, actually. If the hardware looks gold, it's an optical illusion, because it is not. It's just, this is a 57 custom shop Strat from Wildwood. So it's a Wildwood 1057 Strat loaded with the Fishman Fluence pickups for Stratocaster. This little push-pull pod on the second tone control allows me to get a little fatter tone. So if I go like this, I get a little... Exotic sounds, ladies and gentlemen. Exotic sound. Let's do a little tuning is highly overrated, but just the same. Let's give it a good spit shine as we do. A little spit shine. A little spit shine. Oh. Yeah. You guys having fun out there? We all right? We good? We good? Alderwood. Do you find that actually this is ash on this guitar? Do you still find that the body wood affects the tone of the pickups? Absolutely. The pickups will just reflect whatever guitar they're in. So each guitar sounds a little different, but the one thing that won't be any different is the sound of one set of Fluence pickups to the next, which is something that's great, because on all my guitars, I have my Gristle tone pickups, so the guitars sound slightly different, but that's not because of the pickups, it's because of the wood. So they will reflect whatever guitar that they're in with great accuracy. Can you dig it? I like that kind of talk. I like it all. Sounded like poly gap riffs. Actually, no, that's that Villanova breakdown from Woodstock. That. Yeah. That's polygap. Does mom know that Dylan uses her best dishcloth on the snare? We're gonna mess around with an old tune of mine. I always liked this riff. It was a tune I wrote up called "Truth is Stranger Than Fiction," and I could never sing it and play it at the same time. Gary always used to sing it, but the riff, it's cool. It's about an event that took place many years ago, ladies and gentlemen, when I was swimming, and a fish came up and bit me in a special part of the anatomy. And I'll tell you the story sometime, other than live on the internet. But the riff is of doom, and it's a good exercise of the glorious two position on this doggone guitar. So we'll do a little jam kind of based in this neck of the woods. rolling, and dismembering, ladies and gentlemen. We did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. We did we had to we do. I don't even know that. Keith Jr. says, I have a horn growing out of my shoulder. I don't know what that means, but I like it. I applaud that kind of interaction on these live feeds. I want to know about horn shoulders. Horn shoulders coming on strong. What else we got here? What kind of questions we out there in movie land? I'm seeing you all now on the whatever this thing is called. Keith, consult your doctor, friend. I don't know. Maybe he's an angel. Are you playing the Greg amp? Sounds amazing. Yes, Kevin Klein, I am indeed. I'm plugging straight into the my signature amplifier with Koch amplifiers. No relation, same name. I do have a signature amp with them, though. See what we did there? It's called the Greg, and I'm going through that. That's why you're hearing that harmonic vibrato that sounds like a Univibe. That's on board the amp. And obviously over the overdrive sounds and clean sounds, all that kind of sweet goodness is on the amp. So it's really made life quite easy for me to just, especially with these Fluence pickups, I can plug into the amp. I want a little extra gain on board. Would you see me? I grabbed that tone control and popped it up at some point in there. Got a little bit more Gristle. I got a little bit more of that sweet Gristle. Can you dig it? Name of that last tune was called "Truth Is Stranger Than Fiction." I think I may have I put the audio of it on my It was actually on a cassette we put out in 1991, the first release for my Tone Controls band. We've never recorded it since, so I just uploaded the audio from the original with generic kind of pictures on my YouTube page. So if you go to Greg Koch Music YouTube page, please subscribe and listen to Truth Is Stranger Than Fiction and let it rock your brain. You will hear the lyrics in regard to my ill-fated evening of being attacked by a fish and being bit in a very unfortunate place. Hey Godzilla, well, we could do that one. It's nearly the 23rd hour here in Scotland. The gin is slipping into the grass. I like that kind of talk. And my ears are now content, as the taste buds are about to be. Listen to old records you kindly signed and sent a few years back this week for inspiration. Sadly, my fingers can't match the dreams of sonic savagery just yet. Keep at it, my friend. Thank you for your patronage. Can you dig it? Sorry about that fish incident. Keith, you know what? I wear it with a badge of honor, much like you wear your badge of the horn shoulder. And that's important. Amp should have been called the Dual Penetrator. That sounds a little randy. My first kind of signature amp thing that I did with a local guy, made a great amp. It weighed a ton, however. It was a 410-inch amp, had harmonic vibrato on it, orange Tolex. We called that the Harmonic Pummeler 3000. I thought that was a good name. But when we were doing this amp, with the last name being Koch and the company called Koch, I thought, this is too easy. Let's just call it the Greg. Pow! So that's what we did. We could have called it something more crazed, like the Dual Penetrator. That probably would have been a little bit, met with an icy cool, I think, on the home front. Honey, what'd you name your new amplifier? Oh, the Dual Penetrator. Really? That seems a little unseemly. Why aren't you rich? Best guitar player. You know what? First of all, I'm not rich. No, I'm just kidding. I have hundreds of dollars at my disposal right now. RN, ladies and gentlemen. For instance, if we were in the same locality, could probably buy you all delicious Fresca, ice cold, free of charge. That being said, you know what? I do all right. I do all right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What Strat is that? James Taylor, are you the James Taylor? I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Sorry. This is a 57, it's a Wildwood 10 57 Strat from the Fender Custom Shop, loaded with Fishman Fluence pickups. They call them the single width pickups. I just call them the Strat pickups. Shh. They have two voices. The second voice is unleashed by grabbing that control right there. What I love best about them is that they doggone sound good in every position. That two position. You get a shiver in the dark when you start to smoke tree bark. And meanwhile, south of the river, you stop and you hold everything. The band is blowing Dixie, double full time. You feel alright when you hear the play. I've just desecrated that song. Sorry about that. But you get the idea. It's Dire Interaction. Oh, Dire Action. I like Dire Interaction. Dire Interaction. Maybe that'd be a good name for a kind of a death metal take on Dire Straits cover band. Dire Interaction. Kind of like Dred Zeppelin, but like death metal, Dire Straits. Wild Worry Now! Right? That would be great. Take a song like Wild Worry Now and make it into a metal thing. Do you know every song out there? I certainly do not. I do know. Come on and take a free ride. Can you dig it? What was the guy's name who ate the tree bark? I think that was Frodo and Samwise when they were on their trip to Mordor. They got desperate and they said, I can't have second breakfast. I'm all out of shrooms and whatever kind of shriveled meat we took from the Shire. Let's eat some tree bark. And they did. And it was great. And it sustained them until they could sustain the death knell to the Dark Lord by throwing that ring, along with Gollum, deep into that syrupy molten earth. Wow, I don't know how we got there, but we did. Just play, please. Listen, Jeff, I want to talk now. I've been playing the whole damn time, okay? You want to come here and play? Try it. It's talk time for Drade. Nerd. Because I know about the doggone Middle Earth, then color me nerdy. Okay, dudes, we're coming up to the end of our shoot here. We do an hour. Any last questions out there in movie land? Movie land. Any guitar pro tips? Rough Drade, right? Shriveled Shire meat, right, Keith? Am I right? Or you think shriveled Shire meat alone would have been enough for Jeff to say, please continue talking? But no, he's so mad that someone would have the audacity to talk and not play. I'm just so mean. I'm a denier of play. A denier of play. Can you play leg up, foot out, that riff? I'll show you that riff here, Murray, real quick. That bitch, that's a beastly lick to try to blow. Oh. Come on. Sometimes I get mad. Yeah. Is Dylan a royal subject? He is. He is a royal individual. Is that guitar made out of a talking tree? It is, John Chance. Here's a question I can relate to. Fave breakfast. Yes. I like to close every day with questions about my nourishment consumption. And for breakfast, I have 2 delicious eggs. I like them over hard, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that right now. With 1 lone chicken sausage patty. And we get our eggs local from a place called the Yuppie Hill. Not really a favorite name of mine. However, those yolks are almost like a golden with a tinge of brown. And those eggs fill me with might and verve. Every day I take them and I just feel myself turning into Popeye. I just want to pick stuff up and throw it down again and get a weird anchor tattoo when I eat them. So that's what I usually have for breakfast. Now, when I'm out at Wildwood, I do an entirely different scenario. I go to the Walnut Cafe, and I have a 4-shot Americano to get the party started, which will start the flow. And then from that point, I will get the Skip Scramble, which is a delicious combination of eggs and mushrooms. I like mushrooms. Who doesn't like mushrooms out there? I bet Jeff doesn't like mushrooms. I bet he's got a problem with those too. doesn't like talk, doesn't like mushrooms. Whatever, Jeff. Do what you got to do. I'm not judging, okay? I'm not bringing you down. I don't want to down you. I want to make you high. A little Boston there. Did there, Fishman, Boston. Threw it all together in the mix, in the blender. I like it. What's behind the rug, Greg? That's not a rug. It's a tapestry, okay? And behind that rug is the outside. And so we put that on the windows to mitigate the sweet power of the sun, okay? That's all it is. Do you eat spinach? I do. Would you do a dance-off? Who would win a dance-off, you or Jack Black? I'm going to say Jack Black would win, although I do have some moves. I'm just going to share that right now. A beer fart when eating boiled eggs is brutal, if you will. Rye dog. Listen, have you ever consumed pickle eggs? Because if you ever consumed a pickle egg, you would experience ramifications on the back end of that are the most pestilential as far as odoriferous discharges are concerned. Just a little FYI there for you. Jeff does like mushrooms. Okay, cool. We're good. Yule Gibbons, yes, he ate those grape nuts. Did I ever consider pro figure skating? Christopher Brown, how did you guess? Imagine a man squatch in a delicious sequined ensemble with skates on, doing wondrous moves, gravity-defying vestibular movements to the great delight of throngs of screaming Gristleites. I think it's a good idea. Tapestry, my arse. Listen, John Williamson, it is a bold tapestry taken from our native castle or bong shop. One or the other, okay? We got it from someplace, and it's a festive way to mitigate light, okay? But it's not a rug. Okay, are we good? I can't have pickled eggs without some pickled gizzards. Oh, now we're really scraping the bottom, and I dig it. In a mushroom with black turbans. Yes. 4 shots of coffee, that explains so much. Doug J., that's just the beginning of the day. I might often start off with 2 4-shot Americanos and then add to flavor as the day goes on to keep the amount of fury vigorous, vehement, and ever-flowing. These are bold words. If you are a Scottish lord, then I am Mickey Mouse. Listen, Jay Lion Wild, you don't know. Actually, I'm not a Scottish lord. I'm descended from Danish royalty, if you must be honest about it. There's a Skeel castle in Denmark, and I come from a very powerful Danish family, of which none of the money, prestige, or really anything other than the name was passed down to my great-grandfather. Be that as it may, you asked, and I divulged. Is the tapestry from Skeel Castle? No, it's from the bone shop. Okay, continue. I once accidentally drank a full mug of espresso shots because I forgot what shot meant, and I thought the machine was broken. Yes, I'll tell you what. This is a kind of a funny story, veering away from whatever we were at, but years ago, I dropped off the kids at the school, and I wasn't on the road, and so I hung out talking with the parents after we dropped off the kids, and one of the other guys was like, I'm off at work today. What do you usually do after you drop off the kids? And I said, well, I go to the coffee shop and get a little something. So, well, you mind if I tag along? I said, of course. No, I don't mind, So we went to the coffee shop, and I ordered my beverage. It was either a 4-shot Americano, or at that point in time, I think it was a 16-ounce coffee that I would add 2 shots of espresso to. And he goes, wow, I've never had one of those. Maybe I should make it 2. I'm going to try one of those. And he did. He consumed it. And he called me about 5 hours later, and he said, are you like this every day? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, I drank that coffee, and I went home, and I was able to do all the laundry, and I cleaned up the house, and I got some yard work done, and I said, yes, that makes you feel like you can win, doesn't it? And he became part of the Caffeine Winners Club, ladies and gentlemen. So it's kind of a little service I provide. Hang out with me, and I'll make you foster some horrible habits that will be highly effective on your personal doings. All right, fair enough. I hope you play one more song for you in the show. I came in late because I was working and didn't hear most of the show. I'm sorry, Elwood, but this is the very end. At the end, I spin some yarns and then we're done. But I apologize for that. I think Dylan is already out doing something. And right around this time, my wife's looking at her watch going, if I have to hear one more jingle jangle, I'm going to knee you right in where the fish bit you. Sorry you missed that, Elwood. Earlier on, I told a story about the fish biting me in the privates. It's a curtain. You know, Greg Walker, don't go there. It's a tapestry from the bong job. Okay. All right. Listen, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. One last question from Sago guitarist. Greg, where did Dylan pick up his upside down left hand jazz style drumming thing? I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to answer that next time. Wiggle stick and your yam pouch. That's true. All of these things are true. Thank you for the stream. You are a legend. Well, thank you very much, Christopher Brown. Thanks for tuning in. And Dylan, I'll tell him. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for Fishman for the patronage and for all the good gear. That it's just a pleasure playing. And we do have, just so you know, folks, we've worked on a new signature set of mine, pickups with Fishman P90s that'll be coming out before the end of the year. That will also be going on a new Reverend guitar, a new iteration of my Reverend instrument, which will be coming out hopefully before the end of the year as well. It's supposed to come out at Summer NAMM, but obviously with all of the pestilence problems, that has gotten moved back. But we're aiming for the end of the year, hopefully in the fall. So look forward to that. In the meantime, thanks so much. Everyone have a great weekend. Stay safe and sound. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your loved ones. Sit around and talk instead of being on your phones. And it's okay to be on your phone right now, of course, during my broadcasts. Then it's very essential. But after that, turn them off and then talk amongst yourselves. But thanks so much, folks. Really appreciate it. We will see you cats next week. We'll be around on Monday again at the same time, 4 p.m. Central Time, and Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. I do a thing for Wildwood Guitars on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. So thanks again, folks, and we'll see you cats on the flippity and the flop. I got to turn off the stream. Oh, I like the Fishman logo in back, Ryan. I like what you did. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to go over here. Can I get out of this thing? See what happens. Can I get out of here? Can I get out? There we go. I'm going to go like this over here.